Welcome to your Chumash lesson with Rabbi J. Perek Chaf, Pasuk Chaf Beis. Vayisu mi Kodesh, and they traveled from Kodesh. Vayavoyu b'nei Yisrael, and the b'nei Yisrael came, Kol Ha'edol, the whole congregation, Hoyer HaHor, to Hoyer, the mountain of Hor. Now, the literal translation of Hoyer Hor means mountain of the mountain. Rashi teaches us that Hor agabi Hor, it's a mountain on top of a mountain. Ketapuach cotton agabi tapuach gadol, like a small mound on top of a large mound. Va'afal pi she'ha'onon, and although the cloud hoilich lifneim would go before Am Yisrael, umashve es hehorim, and level the mountains. That's right, you heard me right. It would literally, the mountains would become leveled for the Jewish people as they walked. Shleishonish aruvehen, 3 mountains remained among them. Har Sinai the Torah, Har Sinai remained for the giving of the Torah, V'hoir hahor likvura Saharin, and Hoir hahor, the mountain of Hor, for the burial of Harin. V'har Navoi likvura Moshe, and Har Navoi, the mountain of Navoi, would be for the burial of Moshe Rabbeinu. So you do find something incredible from that Rashi. Yes, we know Hoyer Hor is a special mountain, as we discussed it, a mountain on top of a mountain. But it is also incredible when you realize that the Anani HaKoved that existed, there was the clouds that protected the Jewish people while they were in the desert, would actually go in front of them and level mountains. It would make things easy as the Jews walked before them. These clouds are something incredible, and we will be discussing it in the future. Please remember, the Anani HaKoved protected the Jews from the arrows of their enemies. Whoever attacked them, the arrows would just go back at them and attack the enemies. It was incredible, and we will discuss them more, as I've said. Now we turn to Pasuk Chaf Gimel. Vayomer Hashem al Moshe, and Hashem said to Moshe, Ve'el and to Aharon, B'Hoyer HaHor, by Hoyer HaHor, Al Gavul, at the borders Eretz Edom, the land of Edom, Lemer, saying, Pasuk Chaf Daled, Yosef Aharon el Amov, Aharon shall be brought into his people. Ki lo yovoi el haaretz, because he will not come to the land. Asher nosati livnei Yisrael, that I've given to the bnei Yisrael. Al asher merisim sp, because you defied my word. Lemei merivo, at the waters of strife, where the Jews hadn't stopped complaining and Moshe Rabbeinu had hit the rock instead of speaking to it, as Hashem had requested him to, for which both Moshe and Aharon were punished and wouldn't be allowed into Eretz Yisrael. Pasuk Chafei, Kach es Aharon, take Aharon, v'selazar b'noi, and Elazar his son, v'hal isam Hoyer HaHor, and take them up the mountain of Hor. Pasuk Chaf Vav, v'havshet es Aharon es begodov, and remove the clothes of Aharon off from him. V'hilbashtom es Elazar b'noi, and you shall dress them on Elazar his son. V'Aharon Yosef, and Aharon shall be gathered in Umeis Shom, and be nifter there. He would die there. Please pay attention to this, because it says Yosef, and we already discussed him being gathered back. Like a child being gathered with someone he loves, returning to the arms of a parent that they love. Aharon's death would be special. Hashem himself would come and take him to Gan Eden. Chazal teach us that Moshe Rabbeinu envied, and again, envy here isn't the bad kind of envy, it's a good envy, because he saw that Aharon, when he was nifter, had a special, his neshama went so peacefully as Hashem came and took him, in a way that's called neshika, like a kiss, taking him with absolutely, he couldn't feel any pain. It was a loving way of going from this world, connected completely with Hashem. And Moshe Rabbeinu requested, and Hashem said that he would have the same way of passing away from this world. Moving on to Pasuk Chaf Zayin, Vayas Moshe, and Moshe did kashetziva Hashem, as Hashem had commanded. Now every word that we learn in the Torah has special meaning. Rashi here says, Vayas Moshe, and Moshe did, Afal pi, even though, Shadovo kosheloi, the matter was difficult for him. Remember, this is his brother. It's not easy. He's going to have to see his brother pass away. Moshe and Aharon loved each other very much. As Rashi, however, says, Lo ikiv, he did not hesitate. He did exactly as Hashem wanted him to do, and this was not easy. Vayalu el Hoyrahor, the Pasuk continues. Vayalu el Hoyrahor, and they ascended the mountain of Har. The Eini Kol Ha'eda, before the eyes of the entire congregation. So remember, all of Am Yisrael are watching, they're seeing what's going on, and they are unaware of what is about to happen to Aharon. And moving on to Pasuk Chavches, V'yafshit Moshe es Aharon es begodov, and Moshe removed the clothing of Aharon. V'yalbish Usam es Elazar, and he dressed them onto Elazar, Benoi his son, the son of Aharon. V'yomos Aharon Shom, and Aharon was Nifta, he passed away there. Shom there, Barosh Har at the top of the mountain. V'yirid Moshe, and Moshe went down, V'Elazar and Elazar Minahar from the mountain. And Pasuk Chavtes, Vayiru Kol Ha'eda, and the whole congregation saw, Ki Gova Haharin, that Aharon was Nifta, that he had passed on from this world. And Rashi does note that they noticed, they could see he had gone. The idea that we use what they saw, they could see. Because the only reason the Anani HaKovi, these wondrous clouds existed to protect them in the desert, was in the merit of Aharon HaKohen. And now he wasn't there. They could see the difference. More than that, Chazal teach us in the Gemara Rosh Hashanah, Daf Beis Summit Beis. Many of the Jews, unfortunately, did not believe that Aharon HaKohen was taken back by Hashem. Rather, they thought there was a conspiracy over here, that Moshe had intended for it. They didn't believe that he was Nifta. And so Hashem had to make a body appear in Shemayim, in which they could see him being taken away to Shemayim. That's another meaning behind that they could see it. Remember, the entire nation loved Aharon HaKohen because he was a Oyev Shalom, a lover of peace, V'roid of Shalom, someone who pursued peace. They all saw him collectively as a father figure. The pasuk continues, Vayifku es Aharon, and they wept, they cried for Aharon, Shloshim Yom, for 30 days. Kol Beis Yisrael. Kol Beis Yisrael, the entire Jewish people. Again, the pasuk says the entire Jewish people. Bear in mind, this might shock some of you, but when Moshe Rabbeinu was lifted, the entire Jewish nation did not cry, which was very wrong, but it just shows you how much love Aharon had and how highly regarded he was by the entire nation, who lost a great Kohen Gadol, a father figure and a Rebbe, to the point they couldn't imagine that Hashem really wanted him back, and even considered that maybe Moshe and his son had conspired to kill him. And having lost one as loved as Aharon, it was difficult for them to come to terms. And with the passing of Aharon HaKohen, they would be left without the Anani HaKovid, as we shall see next time. I would like to quickly discuss the burial spot of Aharon HaKohen. We do know where he is buried. Commentaries do explain, though, as you can see in the videos that I'm attaching, of people, Jews, who had to dress up, unfortunately, and disguise that they were Jews, as he is buried within the Jordanian area, and to avoid any attacks, they disguise themselves when they go to visit his cave, as it is a sensitive issue with Jewish people being seen there. In ancient times, and still today, to be able to travel up there was quite dangerous, quite a steep mountain, as you can see from the imagery and the cave itself, how people have to climb quite a long way up to the actual Tzion of Aharon HaKohen. Commentaries do explain that he's buried deeper within that mountain, but there is a Tzion, if you will, a gravestone over. There's a gravestone over where he is buried, which is within. So just bear in mind that we do know where Aharon HaKohen is buried. It is quite fascinating, and there are some people who take that journey from the Jewish nation, although it is still quite risky. So I thought I would throw that in for you. Hope you've enjoyed, and see you next time. Kol Tov.